Okay, Allie.
We're going to start with some rapid word charts, okay? So these are just to give you practice with the high frequency words. You don't need a pencil for this part. So you're going to say the words, just point and say, just go quickly, and we're going to try to do the page as many times as we can in 1 minute. Hold on, let me give you a practice. So this is they, are, how, people, where, many. Practice.
They are how people were many.
This is where,
Where many.
okay? Do it one more time as a practice.
They are how people were many.
Okay, all right, ready? So I want you to do the whole thing. We'll see how many times you can do it in 1 minute. Ready? Go.
They are how people are many. Many where people how are they? Are they many? Where people how people were many. They are people how are they many? Where they are how people where many. Many were people how are they many? Where people how people
Where?
where many they are how people how are they many where.
Okay, we can suck it. So that was 3 times. That's good. Let's try some of these. These are a little bit harder. Okay? So let me show you these words. These are could, from, might, there, wrong, enough. Say it with me.
Could, from, might, there, wrong,
enough.
enough.
Now practice alone.
Could, from, might, there, wrong, enough.
Okay, let's try these. Go.
Could, from, might, there, wrong, enough, wrong, there, might, from, could, wrong, enough, might, there, might, enough, wrong, could, from, wrong, enough, for, from, could, there, might, could, from, might, wrong,
You skipped a word.
there, wrong, enough, wrong, there, might, from, could, wrong, enough, might, there, might, enough, wrong, could, from, wrong, enough, for, could, there, might,
When you go fast, you're making mistakes. You got this one wrong.
wrong, enough, for, from,
From.
could, there, might.
Okay, let's stop right there. That's good. I want you to go fast, but I want you to be accurate too. Okay, we'll come back to this if we have some time. Let's do some practice with handwriting. Do you have a pencil? All right, so we've learned 3 capital letters. I'm going to practice them for you. We're only going to work on the capital letters today. So the A, remember, it looks like lowercase a, it's just bigger. And the T,
And it doesn't have the slope there.
and that was the T. And then the G, that was much harder. Go up, loop, come over like a square, and release. All right, so I want you to trace my 3 capital letters. The A was easy for you, and the T was pretty easy, but the G was a little tricky. You could, yeah. Good. Okay, now write those 3 letters on your own. All the way up. No. You remember, you go up, back, around. You're still making the C. Watch. Watch.
Oh, I start from the top.
See if I have any papers. No. Good. Back the T. Okay, that works. Okay, and then the G. Go across like a square angle down and release. Very good. Okay. All right, we'll come back to these. We'll practice these on another day. Keep your paper. Let's go to our decks. So a closed syllable ends with at least one consonant and one vowel. The vowel is short.
Coated with a make. Breathe.
Breathe. Okay, here we go.
U umbrella I itch it. E echo O octopus A apple Open syllables.
So what's on the end of an open syllable?
At least one.
So the vowel in an open accented syllable is long.
Coated with a macron.
Long vowels say their name. Okay. So these are just some words that are long vowels.
So, I, know, go,
And let's get one.
me.
Good. I'm gonna shuffle these. Okay. Consonants, they
Close your mouth and are
this-
partially blocked by the tongue, teeth, or lips.
or they could be fully blocked, partially blocked or fully blocked by the tongue, teeth, or lips. Okay.
C, cup,
Good.
R, rabbit, L, leaf, in, nest, in, sink,
Good.
P, pig, K, kite, B, bat, b, F, fish, T, table, S, sucks, S, nose, z,
Good.
G, goat, g,
Mhm.
H, house, M, mitten, D, dog, d.
Very good.
Special situations are just special like you.
Okay. All right. We don't have a lot of these.
A, banana,
Okay. Then we have a vowel
Vowel
pair.
pairs.
So when we have two vowels
vowels.
sitting right next to
It's
each
right
other.
next to one.
Well-
The second one is silent and the first one says its name.
Okay, that's for something later that we've already talked about. But for this one, for the vowel pair that we want to remember for this, it's just two vowels that sit together. Treat them with loving care. Remember, sometimes they say their name, sometimes they make a weird sound. The weird sound is the diphthong.
Like the old dummy.
All right, so we have,
O, book,
all right, consonant clusters. So that's when we have two or more adjacent letters that make one
One
sound. So
TH, I forgot what it was.
thimble.
Symbol,
Good.
TH, mother,
This vibrates your tongue. All right.
NG, king,
Good.
CK, truck,
All right, those are some. Let's practice our letters. Okay, so now you're going to take a marker from behind you. Any color. Here's your eraser. I'm going to give you a sound. I just want you to write the
what do I write
sound.
on here?
No, on the table. All right, here we go. Ready? Write me the sound for. We need to go fast.
Wait,
No capitals, just
no, I mean like,
cursive, no print. Good, erase. Write me the sound, the letters for the sound. Ooh. Ooh. So, ooh. Okay. Write me the sound, the letters for the sound ah. Write me the letter for the sound g. That's one way. Good. You don't do the line, the little lines.
Final
Mean
position.
final position. You want to do a comma. Eh. Ready? Whoops. D. Good. Okay, you have 2 ways to make this one. Good, erase. O. Ah.
Wait, what?
Eh. Okay, hard one. Lots of different ways, so what are the different ways?
Wait, do I erase the comma?
Yeah, you'd only need the comma between the 2. So you got 2 parts. Well, now what are the other 2 ways? That's one way, and then what's the other way we learned it?
I don't know where this.
You're still in the final position.
Oh, wait, comma.
Yeah.
Comma. I forgot.
Okay, we talked about it like in the word.
C.
Well, we haven't learned,
K.
we've learned K. Remember we worked on the word milk? Now, why would you use, like for the word milk,
Here, I'll write it.
why would we use the, because we have a short vowel. Eh. When can you use the at the end of a word?
Only if the vowel is right next to the K.
Yeah, are we?
But it knows, so
What's the problem with this one?
the L is blocking.
So, when you hear at the end of the word, if you are right next door to a short vowel, you can use the CK. But if you have a consonant blocking you from that short vowel, you have to use the K. Okay, so cap your marker, put it all up, and then quickly wipe down the table. Whoops. And now let's
Wait, will
move.
we be writing on the table again?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so it's the only time?
Yep,
Oh, I had
I
fun.
know, my students love it.
Because they get to write on your table.
Alright, we don't have to do the word deck. Okay, so we don't have a new
Can I go that way?
trash, yeah. So we don't have a new concept, so we don't have to introduce, we're still gonna work on the TH, but let's do a little warm up before we start reading. So, say the word math. Say the word math.
Math.
What sound do you hear at the end of math? What letters make that sound?
T-H.
So it's the silent sound, it's just air, okay? Say the word thank.
Think.
What sound do you hear at the beginning of that? What letters make that sound? So the, look at me, you don't need this. The sound can be at the beginning or the end, okay?
But it can't be in the middle.
It can, I just can't think of a word right now, but we'll think about that afterwards. So the TH can make the sound, and you hear that at the beginning and the end. Okay, I want you to code. I want you to code these 3 words. Code these 3 words for me. So mark your vowels. Think about what type of syllable it is so you know how to mark your vowel. Okay, now prepare them. Read them silently in your head. Let's just do one line at a time. Okay, now read me this word.
Think.
Okay.
Belt.
Uh-huh.
Things.
Okay, what type of syllable is belt? Will it be open or closed?
Close.
Closed. How did you know it was closed?
Because the LT is blocking it from going wherever it wants
Okay,
to
so
go.
in a closed syllable, what type of vowel will you have?
A short.
A short vowel. Okay. I want you to code these 3 words.
Wait.
Well, so it's broken up into syllables for you. So I want you to code the words. Okay. So you mark them long. You're correct. Why did you mark them long?
Because it can go wherever it wants.
Okay, so the vowel's on the end of a syllable, and we know that vowels on the end of the syllable are gonna be long, they're in an open syllable, so you code it with this macron. So now read me the syllable,
Yo, yo.
okay? Come over here, code it. Okay, prepare this,
Math.
okay,
Press.
okay. How many fingers do you use to spell the word math?
4.
Sounds, how many sounds do you hear in the word math?
3.
Okay, let's do it together. But there are 4 letters. So what do we know about this TH?
The TH only makes one
You don't need to write
sound.
this. Okay, so one sound. So these are 2 letters sitting adjacent to each other, but it's making one sound. Do you remember what we call that? What do we call it when we have 2 letters that sit right?
Consonant cluster.
Consonant clusters. All right, let's move on. You've coded it, now prepare it in your head, and now read it.
Press.
Okay, why are there 2 S's at the end of press?
Because it's the
You don't have to.
floss roll.
Okay, so what is the floss roll?
It's if it ends with an L, O, or S,
Okay.
then you double.
Okay.
And if it's right next to a short vowel, you double.
So if you have a word that ends with, look at me, O or S, and you're right next door to a short vowel, you double. So Allie, let's check. This word ends in a S. Let me go see. Am I right next door to a short vowel? I am. So I double it.
Okay.
Got it? All right, go to the line 3. You will prepare these. I don't think you need a code. Well, yeah, you probably do because there's a derivative. Okay, keep going. What will you do for that?
Wait, what do we do for the vowel team?
Vowel pair.
What do we do for that?
Just underline both of them. So that tells you to look at both of them as a pair. Don't try to read them separately. Okay, prepare this one. Now read it.
Pecking,
Okay.
track,
Mm-hmm.
hoof.
Okay, so what type of syllable is this?
This is a vowel.
Good. Some people will say, oh, that's a closed syllable, because look, it ends in an F. The F is
Hoof.
closed. The
Some
F is,
people say hoof.
that they'll think the F is closing in the vowel. Why is this not a closed syllable? Think about what the rule is for a closed syllable.
Because a closed syllable rule is if the vowels are blocked by a consonant, then it's short.
Okay, well look, this consonant is blocking the vowel. But we're not calling it a closed syllable. Why is that?
Because it's a vowel team. 2 vowels are
It's
stuck
because there are
together.
2 vowels. In a closed syllable, you can only have 1 vowel. Do you see the difference between a closed syllable and a vowel pair? You don't need it. Track. Why is there a CK at the end of the word?
Because it's right next door to an A. This is a short vowel.
So when you hear k at the end of the word, and you are right next door to a short vowel, you use CK. Now, what is this called? This ING?
I forgot.
Okay, that's your suffix, ING,
Right.
and that
A
means,
base word plus a suffix is a derivative.
okay, all right, now what does suffix ING mean?
It says ing,
Uh-huh.
and
What's it mean? If I see it on the end of this derivative, what does
it
that
would
mean?
say pecking.
And what is the ING telling you? It means
It's telling you, I don't know,
okay, ING means it's happening right now.
oh, birds are pecking, right?
Okay, what is this? Read me this word. I don't think you need to code anything.
List.
Okay.
List.
Okay, so what's this
List.
S mean when it's on the end of a word?
That is a suffix.
That's a suffix S, consonant suffix S.
Mhm.
What does it mean when it's on the end of the space word?
It means that
What does consonant suffix S mean?
it means that there's more than one.
read this, prepare it in your head and then read it out loud.
Skids.
Okay? Now, why did they use a K right here for skids?
Because it's right next door to an I.
Okay. So, well, we don't, it's okay that it's short, but it's because it's next to an I. And what does K like to sit in front of?
K, can I read it?
I got it.
K likes to sit next to I, E, and Y.
And say what sound? Good. So, because it's next to an I, and that's a stick vowel, we know to put the K. K likes to sit in front of the stick vowels and say K.
And only C,
See?
and only C likes to sit next to A, U, and O.
Very good. Okay, what is this? Prepare this in your head and then read this.
Stamping.
Okay, good. All right, so what is the base word?
Stamp.
Okay, what type of syllable is that base word?
It.
Your three choices
It's a word.
your three choices are open, closed, or vowel pair.
Close.
Okay, how do you know it was closed?
Because the MP is blocking the A.
Okay, so it's gonna make your vowel.
Sure.
Okay, very good. What is this ing?
It's a suffix.
It's a vowel suffix ing. What does it mean when it sits on the end of a word?
It means, it means that, I forgot.
Okay, it means it's happening right
Right now.
ing means it's happening right now. So he's stamping the envelopes right now. Okay, sit up. Prepare this one.
Else. Elm.
Pound it out. Go to every sound. Go.
Elms. Elms.
Okay, elms.
Elms.
What are elms? I think it's a type of tree, maybe? I think it's a type of tree. We'll look it up after class. Read me this one.
Scrap.
Okay,
Scrap.
good. And then, what do we call it when we have, those are three consonants together. What do we call it when we have two or more consonants that sit together and they make one sound? What do we call that? You told me when we were talking about the TH.
Velvety.
Consonants. When we have
Consonant cluster.
consonant clusters. Is this a consonant cluster?
No.
App.
No.
No, why is it not a consonant cluster?
Because it has to have two consonants.
Well, for the TH, we say
Two or more.
two or more adjacent consonants that sit next to each other and make one sound.
Oh, skrr.
Is this making one sound?
Mm-mm.
No, it's not. It's making a blended sound. So it's
Skrr.
three letters together here, it's making a blended sound. We'll call that a trigraph later. Okay, and let's move on to this one.
Stinks.
Good, stinks. That's a word I knew you would laugh at. Okay, good. All right, let's talk about a couple words and see if we can add it to our regular word deck. So we put this in here, which we just talked about it.
Scrap.
It's not a consonant cluster. They're gonna make you have to get every sound in here. You just blend them together. So I'm gonna eat my dinner and I'm not gonna leave a scrap on the plate. What does that mean?
You're not going to leave one crumb.
Not one crumb will be left. Okay, and then we talked about this one. We know the K is here because that's an next to an I, which is a stick vowel. We know the S is saying it's happening right now because S and ing can mean that for the consonant and for the suffixes. Do you know what it means to say the car skids on the wet road?
Speeds.
Skids?
Oh, makes a skid mark.
Okay, a skid mark.
Can
So skidding, the tires are not going forward, they're all just, they're sliding together. Okay, let's go over them. So we're gonna read these in a snap. Okay, I got it. Read them in a snap.
Brand. Specs. Spelling.
Try it again. Cover up the suffix, just read the base words.
Spelling.
Good.
Hoof. Depth.
Try it again, you've got a consonant cluster.
Depth. Depth.
Okay,
Brook. Thief.
Try it again.
thrift,
Mm-hmm.
thrift, think, slants,
Mm-hmm.
sass, skids, scrap, staff, in, skill,
Try it again.
sill,
Mm-hmm. And this one.
hump.
Okay, I'll mix these up for her to shake them up. Okay, very good. Let's do,
Brand's in the
some
front again.
spelling. Okay, so I want you to take out a pencil, we're gonna do a dictation.
Wait, you have my pencil.
I have your pencil. Okay. And then here's some paper for dictation.
Wait,
Okay.
do we start this way? Or
Alright,
that way?
so this is the top line.
Wait,
No,
this
this
way.
way. This is the top line, that's the middle, and that's the base. Okay, so I'm gonna say some
You want
phrases.
chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
Alright, I'm gonna say some phrases. First, you're gonna echo them back to me. You're gonna hold it in your memory, and then you're gonna write all the words. Remember, finger space
if I get it
between your
wrong?
words. Finger space between your words. Now, these aren't sentences, Allie, so you don't need a capital, and you don't need a stop sign.
Okay.
But what you do need are spaces between your words. Okay, you're not writing in cursive, you're writing in print. So no letters start on the bottom line. Alright, let me get you a letter.
But I didn't know how to do it.
I know, but you do have the B's and
Hey,
D's
it's
to
a
watch.
brown one.
Alright, here we go, ready? The thick book. Echo?
The thick book.
Okay, right. Okay, next one.
Wait, I'm done.
Okay.
And then I put a capital. Okay.
Okay, next one. That blank look. Echo?
That blank look.
Right. Another sheet of paper.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Now listen, this is longer. A good hot bath. Echo?
A good hot bath.
Right. Okay.
Or do I start another one?
You're fine. It's on the same
I'm
line.
just gonna go with that.
Okay. A soft cloth. Echo?
A soft cloth.
Okay, right.
Next, I roll this space. I'll do a 3-word.
Okay. A long path. Okay. Here's some extra paper. The 10th song.
The 10th song.
Okay.
Okay.
2 more. A black belt. I'm not sure, we'll check it at the end, but I want you to finish it so you don't lose the phrase in your head.
Nope. then start saying the next one.
Last one. That thin rat.
That thin rat.
Okay, I'll take it. Look at this tomorrow.
We'll go look at it tomorrow.
Or we'll go over it.
Maybe we might need that again.
Okay, so now we're gonna go, now you read this story last time, Tim and his red sock. Now, when we get ready to go to a soccer game, Allie, what are some things that we have to get in order to be totally ready to walk out the door?
Clothes on,
Okay.
shin guards, socks, and shoes, and our bag, and our water.
Okay, it's a lot of stuff.
And our ball.
Okay, what happens if you need to be at the game at 5 o'clock and you start to go get all of that gear 5 minutes before you have to walk out the door? Is that enough time to do all of that and get all that together?
No.
No, so what do we usually do?
We usually put all our stuff on first,
Mm-hmm.
then we go make our water jugs, then we go to the game.
Okay, so we prepare in advance and we do one step at a time,
Mm-hmm.
okay? What if I told you to go get your uniform on and you went up and you couldn't find something?
Then we had a problem.
What is the problem? Now,
We have a problem because we're not being responsible.
you're not being responsible. So it really helps if you put all your things in one place, so it's easy to, when I say go get ready, you go to one spot that has all of your stuff. Well, we know, since we've read this story before, this will be our second time to read it, we know that Tim has a problem. And he's trying to get ready for his game and he's not able to because he's missing something. So, before we just start reading the book, let's do a little bit of word work. So we want to know if he makes it to the game, if he has all of his gear and makes it to the game on time. But before we do that, let's do a little bit of practice with some of the derivatives that are in this.
What do I get to write?
So you're going to write on this. There are some derivatives in this book. What's a derivative?
A word plus a suffix.
Base word plus a
Plus
suffix
is
makes
a
a
derivative.
derivative.
Like
So-
missing.
Well, let's take that word. I want you to
Base
put
word.
the base word here. Okay, and then I want you to put your suffix there, and then the derivative. Okay, so when you're reading a word like this, it's long, and sometimes kids get tripped up when they see long words. You can always make it shorter by, by covering up, look, by covering up the suffix. And then you just read the base word. That word is smaller, it's more manageable. And then once you've got the base word and you can read it quickly, then you reveal the suffix, okay? Try the word, well, I've got a couple for you. Try to write the word ticks. What's the base word of ticks?
Tick.
Okay, what's the suffix?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's think about it. What are the,
C-K-S.
so what's the suffix?
S.
There you go. Now, what does this suffix mean? Suffix S, what does that mean?
It's happening right now.
Okay, it can mean more than one are happening right now.
Yes.
So when we say ticks, we're talking about the clock, because we know, we read the story,
And
ticks
it's ticking now.
right
like
now.
yours.
Your time is going right now. Try to do the word asks. This is hard to read, so sometimes it really does help to separate the suffix off of the base word. Now think about the way you wrote this. How, you've got a short vowel, you've got a k sound at the end of the word.
This is.
Wait, finish this one. Finish the base word. It's gotta be a K. Why is it gonna be a K?
Because,
I've got a short vowel. We said short vowel k at the end of the word. How do you use CK? Why can't I use a CK here?
because there's consonant blocking.
Consonant blocking you from that short vowel. It has to be k at the end of the word, right next door to a short vowel. CK. Okay, so this one's hard to read. So we've got ask, and now we need the suffix. What is this? Okay, suffix. Now when you make this into a derivative, it doesn't roll off your tongue.
Asks.
Does it kind of, it's a lot in your throat, so you want to be careful and you slow down and just read your base word, then stick your suffix on it.
Asks.
Let's do one more. Let's do runs. Good. What's that suffix S mean?
It's happening right now.
Now, we know that suffix S can mean more than one or happening right now. Do you think runs, do you think that could mean more than one?
No.
Plural,
Yes.
hold on, don't guess. I want you to think this through. When I say cats, I can picture in my head 2 cats. So that S means more than one. But when I say runs, do you picture 2 runs? No. So this S, probably in our story, is going to be the consonant suffix S. That means it's happening right now. He's doing it right now. What do you think he's running to go look for?
His sock.
His sock. All right, so second time we've read it, you should have no problem with reading the words, decoding the words. So we should have a little bit more fluency second time around.
Tick tock, the clock ticks, the clock ticks. Where is the sock? The red sock is missing. Where is the red sock?
Now, Allie, your voice is supposed to go up on the
Where is the red sock?
Just lift it up a little. Okay, so he's looking everywhere. Let's see.
Is the red sock here? Is the red sock here? Is the red sock here? Where? Where is the red sock? Where is the sock? Where? Where is the red sock?
Okay, so some time has passed.
Tim asks, Mom, where is the red sock?
I like how you paused after mom because there's a comma. That's a quick pause and then read the rest of it.
The red sock is missing.
No, look at the punctuation. How did she say that?
The red sock is missing. Mom asked, it is not here. It is, says Tim.
Wait, you skipped a word. Start that sentence again.
Oh. It's not here. It is lost, says Tim. In the bed on the...
Try that again. You got the word jumbled up.
Is it on the bed? Asks Mom. No, it is not, says Tim. Hop to it, said Mom. We must go.
Okay, so now it's 10 minutes until the big game. He's desperate. He's got to find the sock.
Paul.
No, read it again. It's a closed syllable.
Pal. Where's the red sock? Asked him. Pal runs to get the red sock. Pal has the red sock. Tim is good. The red sock is here. Tim runs to get his bat and cap.
Okay, so we talked about this last time, but do you think he made it to the game on time?
No.
Let's see, he had 10 minutes until the big game.
Yes.
Gets all of his gear. Do you think he made it on time?
Yes.
A good chance. It depends on traffic and how far the game is from the house, but we can assume that
But
10
if it
minutes,
was right next door to him.
then definitely 10 minutes is plenty of time. All right, let's talk about some of the vocabulary that we came. You read this story well, and here's the tricky part. When you're reading something the second time, look at me, Allie. So you know the words, so the tendency is to read with speed, but reading is not about speed. It's about a nice pace and moving your voice up and down. So don't get in the habit of just reading so fast because I know all these words now. You end up skipping or getting words out of order or not paying attention to punctuation, okay? You can take the pencil out of your hand since you don't need to write with anything. What did the word missing mean in the story? We wrote that on your derivative chart. What did this word mean after you read the story?
It meant that, just say like this long line was a sock. Paul took the sock way over here.
Okay.
So this sock is gone and this one's here. So then this sock is with Paul and what was his name?
Tim?
And Tim didn't know that it was with Paul, so he looked all over the place in the chair,
Okay,
under the
Let's get
chair.
back to the question. What does missing mean?
Missing means something is lost
There we go.
or
Okay.
gone.
So, is there another meaning for the word missing? Can
No,
you think of another way to use the word missing?
is there? Oh, like my monkey is missing.
Okay, so what would
There's a
the,
mystery.
so what would the word missing mean in that example?
Like he's lost.
Okay, so same meaning of missing, like we're using it in the story. Gone, lost. Can you think of another way, a completely different way to use the word missing?
What about my voice is missing?
Okay, what does that mean?
It's gone.
Okay, so we just found another example of how to use the word missing, similar to how they're using it in the story with Tim. I want to know a completely different way.
I can't think of one.
Well, just give yourself some think time. Missing.
The sun is missing.
Okay. Are you talking about sun like up in the sky or sun like my sunshine?
Like, up in the sky.
If the sun is
You-
missing, that would be bad. But again, you're referencing the
The same
definition of the
thing.
same thing.
I can't think.
All right, let's think about this together then. Let me help you.
Say like my sock is missing.
Okay, so thinking about this, when I would go to college, I would go over to A&M for the weekend. I would go back to school. I'd say I'd come to Beaumont for the weekend to see my mom and dad, and then I got in my car and I drove back to College Station. I'd get ready to start my classes, and I needed to cook dinner, and I needed to get my laundry done, and I wanted someone to talk to.
Oh, you're missing something on your list.
Well, I had lots of things I had to do, and it made me miss my mom and dad. What does that mean? I was missing my parents.
Your heart broke.
Oh, yeah, I was kind of sad. I'm doing things that normally my mom used to do for me, like cooking dinner, laundry, you know,
But
having
you
someone
used
to
to
talk
do it
to.
with your roommate.
Yeah, so I had to do it with my roommates, and it made me miss my mom. So I was feeling a loss. I was feeling sadness over not being with them. Do you understand the difference? So,
You're feeling like you were lost.
well, I was feeling sad that I didn't have them. So it's similar to they're gone, they're not with me, but they're not lost. I knew where they were, but they're not with me. Can you see how we can use that word for both situations? Okay, can you describe a time when something has gone missing? This should be very easy since things are lost all the time at the house.
Sean lost his ball at the game.
Okay, now
Sean
how
was
can we...
missing his ball at
Okay,
the
good.
game.
Okay, so what does that word missing mean in that sentence?
Like he lost.
Okay, so lost and gone, good. Now can you describe a time when you've been missing someone? We're using missing here for like
When
the sadness.
When I was at Bright Horizons, Maddie was missing you and she cried and cried
Yeah.
and
Right, she didn't want to be there. Okay, good. All right, so you can see how those are different. All right, well, let's wrap up. So we talked about this. Do you think he made it to the game on time?
Yes.
Okay, we think so, because he did have 10 minutes, but what were some of the reasons that we think might have prevented him from making it exactly on time?
The dog got the ball.
I'm saying once he got the sock. Once he was all ready to go, he only had 10 minutes. We're like, that should be enough
He had
time
to
to
get
get there.
everything on, get dressed, and then get to the game with all that traffic.
There we go. There could have been traffic. We can't account for what the traffic was like. And there was another thing that could have prevented him from getting there on time, even though,
Packing up all the stuff.
yeah, that could take some time. but traffic and distance. We didn't know how far it was.
Could be right next to, it could be like 3 miles away from it.
And last time we used our higher order thinking to come up with those two things to figure it out. So
I know what the abbreviation of high roller thinking is. Hot.
HOTS. What is a strategy Tim could use next time to ensure that he's ready on time for his game with all of his stuff?
He could memorize a number of how many things he has and count them all once he gets home. And if he has, just say he had 13 things, and once he gets home and he counts 12, his sock will be missing, so he goes quickly running around the whole house, finding his sock, and he finds it, and then counts it all again to get 13, and then he gets everything up.
Okay, so that would
That
be
could take a long time.
that would be a good strategy. The strategy though, that
Or-
would certainly keep him ready
Or-
ahead of time.
Or he could put everything in one spot and just keep the dog
I was
outside.
gonna say, how will you account for the dog?
Keep him outside the whole day.
Okay, that would definitely be an idea. I don't know if Pal the dog's gonna like it, but that'd be a good idea. Okay, let's move on. So, we're gonna go on to those naming activities. So first of all, I want you to name pieces of furniture,
Chair,
okay?
building, chair. I said building.
I know, I'm gonna erase it. So chair,
Bed, couch, blanket. Wait, is that furniture?
blanket, no, probably not.
Wood chair, soft chair. Clothes. Is that one?
Furniture.
Wall.
Is that
No.
furniture? I want you to use a
That.
strategy. Bookcase? Okay.
Bookcase.
Now I want you to use a strategy. Think of a room in our house. What room would you think of?
The library.
The library in our house? Okay.
No, actually my room.
Okay, let's think, let's start in your room. Visualize your room. Go into your room in your brain and tell me, you don't have a lot of furniture in there, so we'll do multiple rooms in the house.
And we'll do yours.
Tell me the pieces of furniture in your room. If you need to close your eyes, then close your eyes.
Bookcase. Bed. Chair. That's all that I have.
Okay, you have a dresser in there?
I already got that. That's
No,
my book.
You
Oh,
have a spiral bookcase, and then you have a dresser. Okay, now I want you to go into the living room.
oh.
Now can you give me some pieces of furniture in the living room?
Chair. Table. Ottoman. TV.
Is that a piece of furniture?
No. Two-person couch. I mean a love couch. That's the two-person.
Love seat.
Love. Nice chair. Curtains.
Furniture?
That's all that I can think of now.
Okay.
Wait. Bookshelf.
Okay. It's hard. The strategy though for you is to visualize it. When someone says furniture, go into a house and
So look,
picture
I'm
all-
gonna go into the living room and say chair, building, bookcase,
Okay.
like that.
All right, take a seat. I want you to try to name furniture in a classroom. Now,
I can look around here.
you can think in your brain of your classroom.
Or here.
You can use my classroom.
How about I just point to everything?
Nope, I want words.
Table,
Okay?
chair, dry erase board,
Okay?
bookshelf, microwave,
Okay.
refrigerator, bulletin boards,
Well, I don't know that things hanging on the wall is furniture as much as it's accessories or decorations or materials used for the classroom.
Chair.
Okay, we said chair.
Lockers.
What do we call those?
Lockers.
Lockers would be something that's up and down for one person to put some things
Oh.
into it. They have multiple drawers.
I don't know what they're called.
What do you think they're used for?
Materials.
I store materials in there. I store files in there.
Wait, can I go?
No, it's a lot.
File drawer.
There are drawers, but it's not a file drawer.
Wait, so it ends with drawer? Or
No.
it's such a...
It has drawers in it, but it has drawers in that piece of furniture, but we don't use the word drawer in the name.
Can I go look over there and look at it?
Good, you can see it. So, but it does hold files inside of those drawers.
I don't know what it's
It's
called.
a file cabinet.
Oh.
Have you heard that word before?
No.
Okay, so it's a file cabinet. All right, so what you need to do with this, Allie, is come up with a strategy. When I say something, go into your head, visualize something, and then start naming the things you see. Okay, you'll be okay. Did you hear me? You don't want to just go all over the place
Yeah.
coming up
First
with
I
ideas.
just go in one
Alright.
room, name everything. How about I name colors?
All right, well, we might have to do that next time. All right, well, now we're gonna read. I'm gonna read to you. So, remember the book Ginger Pie? This is the same author who wrote Ginger Pie. So, Wanda wears the same faded dress to school every day. Yet she says she has 100 beautiful dresses at home all lined up. The other girls don't believe it, and when Peggy starts a daily game of teasing Wanda about the 100 dresses, everyone joins in. What do we call that?
Bullying.
Yes, bullying.
Can I write that on the board?
So they're all bullying her. Maddie, that's
Mm.
spelled differently than yours, Maddie, Peggy's best friend, goes along with the game, but she secretly wonders whether she can find the courage to speak up in Wanda's defense. She's going to try to defend Wanda. It's not.
Like what?
Well,
Like-
Wanda is the one that's getting bullied, so Peggy's
So-
thinking, I don't.
She's gonna try to stop Peggy from bullying, even though
Peggy's
Peggy's
gonna-
her best friend.
Peggy's going to try to stop the bullying that other people are sharing with Wanda.
But Peggy started it.
Well, Peggy's the best friend. She's been going along with it, so that doesn't mean she started. I mean, she's been going along with it.
Wait, who started all the teasing?
Well, it doesn't say that other girls don't believe it. Oh, yeah, you're right. And when Peggy starts a daily game of
Peggy
teasing,
started
yeah, you're right. It's a good
And then
memory.
she stands up for her? That's
Well,
weird.
what do we call that? When a character in a book starts out one way and then
Oh, it's a change of heart.
change of heart, and then we'll go off on a different direction. So I'm thinking Peggy's going to have a change of heart. It's not until Wanda fails to come to school one day that her classmates learn the truth about her 100 dresses. And Maddie and Peggy learn the meaning of kindness and generosity of spirit. So, we had Ginger Pie. Well, let's start this one. Wanda is the name of chapter 2. Look at the pictures.
They're beautiful. Wait, I can't.
Today, Monday, Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat. But nobody, not even Peggy and Madeline, the girls who started all the fun, noticed her absence. Usually, Wanda sat in the next to last seat, in the last row in room 13. She sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who did not make good marks on their report cards sat. It's kind of like the bad section of the room. The corner of the room where there was the most scuffling of feet. Scuffling? What do you think that means? Noise. The most roars of laughter when anything funny was said, and the most mud and dirt on the floor. Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. On the contrary, she was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. And nobody has ever heard her laugh out loud. Sometimes she twisted her mouth into a crooked sort of smile, and that was all. Nobody knew exactly why Wanda sat in that seat unless it was because she came all the way from Boogan's Heights, and her feet were usually caked with dry mud that she picked up along coming down the country road. How does she get to school each day?
Walk.
She walks. Maybe the teacher liked to keep all the children who were apt to come in with dirty shoes in one corner of the room. But no one really thought much about Wanda Petronsky once she was in the classroom. The time they thought about her was outside of school hours at noontime when they were coming back into school, or in the morning early before school began, when groups of 2 or 3 or even more would be talking and laughing on their way into school. Then sometimes they waited for Wanda to have fun with her. The next day, Tuesday, Wanda was not in school either, and nobody noticed her absence again except the teacher and probably Big Bill Byron, who sat in the seat behind Wanda and who could not put his long legs around her empty desk. No, who could now put his long legs around the empty desk, one on each side, and sit there like a frog. So he's kind of wrapping his legs around her seat, to the great entertainment of all in his corner of the room. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat in the front row along with the other children who got good marks and didn't track in a whole lot of mud, did notice that Wanda wasn't there. Peggy was the most popular girl in the school. She was pretty. She had many pretty clothes. She had auburn hair. It was very curly. Maddie was her closest friend.
No, it's Peggy, that's Maddie.
I think so. The reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Wanda's absence was because Wanda had made them late to school. They had waited and waited for Wanda to have some fun with her, but she hadn't come. I wonder what they mean when they keep saying, we only really talked to her before school, and we were only really trying to have fun with her. I don't know what that means. They kept thinking that she'd come any minute. They saw Jack Beggles running to school, his necktie askew and his cap at a precarious tilt. So he's kind of disheveled. His tie's all messed up. His cap is messed up. They knew it must be late, for he always managed to slide into his chair exactly when the bell rang, as though they were making a touchdown. Okay, we've got to stop right here. We'll read more of this tonight and see what happens. We only have 2 more pages of the chapter. Yeah, let me turn this off and then I'll finish the chapter.